please, for Coach Jones.
You were down 4-6 late in the second half. They held them without a field goal for like 6.5 minutes. Did the defensive intensity pick up a little bit?
Well, that was a great game. I mean, our defense has been our staple all year long. I mean, that's one thing we've focused on right now. Is everybody thinks we're an offensive team, but the thing we preach the most is defense, defensive rebounding. Our kids have really responded to that. That's been our I think our building block and why we've had success. But Marshall played terrific tonight. I thought it was a typical rivalry, grind-out basketball game here tonight, and it just kind of went our way down the stretch.
Coach, what were the emotions of a game where you played against so many guys that you coached against so many guys that played for you?
Well, there's always emotions. I love those kids regardless of what people believe. And I recruited those guys and got great respect for them. And those guys are going to win a lot of basketball games. Tom's done a terrific job with that team. And, me and Tom spoke many times throughout the season, and I've got a lot of respect for what's happening. But it's always emotions. I mean, anytime you've coached against people, just like when I coached against Billy, there's no sweet feeling even sitting here right now and winning against kids that you coach and recruited. That's always a tough thing to do.
Coach, talk about protecting home court and starting out the conference on the right foot.
Well, it's always important. You got to make sure you do win at home because the road is hard, and even home is hard. When you get into conference play, you can throw everything out, especially when you get teams that are both very talented. You can just look across college basketball and see the parity that there is, and it's going to be in this latest as well. You're going to see Marshall competing up there at the top every night against teams in this league.
Second half, 7-minute mark, 12 to 7-minute mark. There were five or six possessions there. Marcus took it himself.
Sure.
Is that something you call out, or does he just notice and do it with his basketball?
That's something we do. We play 4-minute games. We play 4 or 5 different 4-minute games every day, and that's the last 4 minutes of the game. We work on getting stops. We work on running certain plays, putting the ball in certain people's hands, and tonight Marshall did a great job taking away a lot of stuff. So somebody had to make a play for us, and he was the guy that was either to finish it, to get fouled, or to make the right pass. And when it comes down to these kind of games, you got to have a guy do that.
Coach, a couple times this year you guys got, and tonight again, you guys got to a slow start. Are you worried about the way your teams are starting games?
No, not really. I give credit to Marshall. They come out and played at a really high level. It was tied at halftime, and I think people think because you start out 13-0, you got to come out and just put it on people. It's about how you finish. And I thought our guys did come out; they didn't play good offensively. We just didn't score. Defensively, I thought we played pretty good. But I think we held them 2 for 17 from the 3-point line in the game, which was important. But I thought we just couldn't get an offensive flow. Anytime there's a lot of emotions in it, like this one, offensively you usually struggle. So I told them to put our focus on defense. Offense will eventually come to you. Stop pressing and trying to do too much, and just let it come.
Is that what you think happened with Keith? Because Keith got off to a slow start.
Yeah, Keith's just going to get the flow. I mean, they were doing a good job in the paint with him and being physical and rolling him, and he's got to be able to play through that. And Keith is a finesse guy who's got to get a couple things to get him going confidence-wise. He gets his confidence rattled sometimes. And, as I told him there in the timeout, took him out just to rest him a couple times and get him back in there and say, hey, go play. You're playing too tight. Just go play.
You outscored him 26-16 after the technicals were called. Was that kind of a turning point there? It seemed your team kind of took it to the next level there where you kind of responded after that.
Well, I think it's going back and forth right there, and I think anytime you can get an emotional swing like that, it's always in your favor. But we were able to get stops. Our defense won for us tonight. This team was averaging 75 points a game, and we held them 58 tonight. And I thought we did a good job. They were getting to the line 32 times, and tonight they got their 17. So I thought that was important as well. We held them 2 for 17 from the 3-point line.
Coach, you blocked 11 more shots. I think you're 4th in the country in block shots. How much of a key is that for you, kind of erasing mistakes, blocking shots at the rim?
I think it's important. I mean, you look at Tom Herzog tonight, and you look at the stat line, and you don't think he had a very good night, but he had 9 rebounds, he had 4 blocks, he had 1 point, but he changed a bunch of them in there. And they were spacing us out, isolating us, and we had to guard a bunch of pick and rolls tonight. It was some very good players who were drivers, and you get Demir Pitts, who just come off scoring 25, DeAndre Kane, who was leading in scoring. Together, those guys had 10 points, and they were a focal point to stop tonight. So, give our guys credit for really doing a good job there.
Did you talk about the atmosphere and 3rd largest crowd in history tonight?
Yeah, really impressive. Students not even in school right now. We must have had 800 or 1,000 of them that still came out tonight. It's unbelievable. I said from day one, this could be one of the most impressive college basketball atmospheres in the country. And right now is a great time to get behind our program. We just appreciate the support from all the fans here.
Go on the road now. You go to Houston, two places. You know you're going to be a target with the ranking. Talk about going on the road here for the next 2 games.
Yeah, it's, obviously we will enjoy this victory tonight, but anytime you go on the road and play, it's very difficult. Houston went to the NCAA tournament last year. You got a team that's got a new coach who returns a lot of those players. Who's a terrific coach. So we're going to have to get prepared. We got to realize that we got that target on our back now when we go on the road. So we're in different waters than this program's been before because we're ranked, and we just got to realize that people want to play at a different level, night in and night out when we play.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.